Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. This is Your Wish Fulfilled on YouTube, and today, it's such a treat, you guys. We're going to talk about how to feel good or better on purpose, okay? How to feel good or how to feel better on purpose. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. Okay, so first what I want to talk about, you guys, is putting you in a mindset that your feeling state is important, not exclusively where manifestation is concerned. I'm not even going to address it from a point of manifestation, you guys. I'm going to address feeling good on purpose from a standpoint of you feeling good is going to allow you to live a better quality of life. Okay? And I'm talking to you guys about this because there is this movement in the law of assumption community where these content creators are almost putting a bad taste in your mouth regarding your feelings. And I notice this a lot of the times if I post anything that really has anything to do with feelings, there's just a litany of comments where people will talk about, well, your feelings don't matter. They don't. Well, actually, your feelings do matter. Your feelings are actually what make your day either really enjoyable or really shitty. It's not your thoughts. You can think crappy thoughts, and if you don't have a feeling about it, it's not the thought that made you feel shitty. Okay? I mean, think about it. If somebody tells you something, say somebody comes up to you and tells you, the sky's not blue, it's red. Essentially, they're telling you that you're wrong for believing the sky is blue. Chances are that's not going to ruin your day, even though you may have the thought, oh, well, they think I'm wrong. You have the thought they think I'm wrong, but that thought itself is not going to ruin your day, because you have not identified with it. You have not attached an emotional state to it, okay? And remember, you guys, a thought plus an emotional charge equals a feeling state, okay? So feelings absolutely matter. Absolutely. They are actually one of the most important aspects of your experience here, okay? So don't allow these other law of assumption content creators to do you a disservice. And I'll be honest and blunt. The reason why they're going that route, you guys, is because they don't know how to help you feel better. They don't. So they just tell you that feelings don't matter. Which in the long run, essentially the reason why they're telling you that is so that you can feel better about not feeling better. Okay? So, the treat that you have here on my channel is I actually teach you like how, you want to learn how to feel better. I'm going to teach you how to learn. I'm going to teach you how to feel better. It's not really about manifestation. It's just being able to enjoy your day, right? While you are waiting for your manifestation to flesh out. Okay. So, your feelings absolutely do matter. Your feelings are what color your day. Your feelings are, just aside from the fact that that's what you're manifesting, okay? You are manifesting experiences in the 3D that mirror whatever feeling state you are currently in right back to you, okay? But, manifestation coaches don't want to talk about that because they can teach you how to change your thoughts, but they cannot teach you how to feel better. So they just tell you that your feelings don't matter. Okay. But another one of the reasons why your feeling state is so important, or just feelings in general are so important, is because your feelings are what drive you. Your feelings are what drive everything that you do. Okay. There are two things that drive all of human behavior: feeling good, okay, running towards good feelings or feeling good, which, there's a whole array of different positive, quote unquote, positive feelings. And then the other factor is running away from feeling bad. Okay. Everything you do, you guys, everything you do boils down to either wanting to feel good or wanting to avoid feeling bad. Everything. That's why your feeling state is so important, and that you learn how to master your feeling state so that no matter what is happening in the 3D, no matter what is happening in the 3D, no matter how somebody is showing up in the 3D, no matter what they're saying, no matter what they're doing, no matter, what circumstances are showing up in the 3D, you have complete control over how you feel about it. And there is a way that you can do that. Okay, you guys? So there are essentially 2 steps. Now, you may not have to do both steps. It just really depends on what your starting point is. But there are 2 steps to feeling good on purpose, feeling good or feeling better. Okay. Sometimes it's just like, especially if you are in an emotional funk. Okay. If the feeling state that you are in is really crappy, if you're depressed, full of anxiety, worrying, especially if you're dealing with, specific person issues, if your SP left you to be with somebody else, you might be feeling gutted out inside, right? You might be feeling like you've been kicked in the stomach and the air's been knocked out of you. That's a shitty feeling state, right? And yeah, you can sit there all you want and, do positive affirmations. But when you are in that low of a feeling state, changing your thoughts by itself isn't going to help it. In fact, for many of you, you can attest to this. It makes your feeling state even worse. It's like throwing gasoline on a fire. Okay. Now, the reason why that is, you guys, is because you are trying to change an emotional energy situation with mental energy. And there are times when you can do that, but there is a certain point when you can't. When it's like, okay, when your emotional state is basically you're spiraling out, right? Sometimes if if the feeling state that you are in, if it's crappy, but you're not that identified with it, you haven't really owned it, and it's not something that, is attributed to maybe like a deep soul level wound, like an abandonment wound, or a self-esteem or self-worth wound. Yeah, you can change a crappy feeling state that you're not that attached to by changing your thoughts. Okay, what I'm teaching you now, though, is for those feeling states that you are deeply attached to, that have you spiraling out, and when you try to basically talk yourself out of it by using affirmations or various different techniques, only make you feel worse. Okay, this is for that. All right. And you guys, yeah, we are simply focusing on feeling better. This will boost your personal energy. This will boost your power to manifest whatever it is you're wanting to manifest by default. You're not necessarily have to focus on trying to manifest or having any effort on manifesting, because we are increasing your default manifestation power just by doing this. All right. So the first step, basically, you guys, is going to be for you when you are basically spiraling out. If your emotional state, or your feeling state, I should say, if your feeling state, because remember, a feeling state is both an emotional charge and a feeling combined together. Okay. And so if you are spiraling within a really crappy negative feeling state, and your energy is just pulled down, like it's sucking the life force out of you, okay? When you get to this point, you guys, it's really hard to function. You can't think straight. You can't think anything other than what that feeling state keeps repeating, okay? Because there are thoughts that are congruent with the emotional charge that keeps that feeling churning, okay? And it's hard for you to really think clearly at all because that feeling state, that emotional charge has hijacked your thinking. This is something that's actually been proven through science. It's hijacked your ability to think straight. This is another reason why, you guys, to learn how to do this. Because when a certain emotional feeling state is triggered and you are already tripped in that hypnotic trance, it's very difficult to get a grasp or a handle on it just by using thought alone. Okay, so step one, when you are spiraling out or you are lost inside of that feeling state because you're basically hypnotized or entranced by it, okay, the first thing that you want to do is you want to clear it away. Now, step one is going to include something that I call releasing the wants. Okay, actually, I need to start calling it releasing the needs. Okay, there's a difference between wants and needs. Okay, the only thing, you guys, that you truly need, is food, oxygen, and water. Without those things, you die. Literally, you're 6 feet under. Okay, everything else, you guys, are basically wants, but your ego, your programming, that part of you that is identified with the 3D, that part of you that is identified with, your body, in terms of you think your thoughts, that's your identity. You think you are what you thought, you think your thought, you believe that you are your thinking, you believe that you are your emotions, you believe that you are, your body, right? There's a very primal part of yourself that is very identified, that's called your ego. And your ego is the gatekeeper to your subconscious. All right, and your ego thinks that there are 4 needs above and beyond eating, drinking, and breathing that are mandatory. Okay, again, the only needs that are mandatory are food, air, and water. That's it. Okay, but we got this thing called the ego that wants to throw in there, other mandatory needs. And if these needs aren't met, then, that's what trips up them really crappy feeling states. Okay, so these 4 needs of the ego are going to be love and connection. And under love and connection, you can also think of, acceptance, feeling approved of, feeling like you belong, feeling understood, feeling included, okay? Even becoming one with someone, being connected. What you're not wanting to feel is you're not wanting to feel abandoned. You're not wanting to feel rejected. You're not wanting to feel alone or left out or excluded or disconnected, okay? The next one is significance. And under that category, we have importance, feeling worthy, feeling validated, feeling, number one, top priority, feeling like a winner, feeling set apart above all the rest, being put on a pedestal. What you're not wanting to feel is non-existent, invisible. You're not wanting to feel rejected or unworthy. You're definitely not wanting to feel like trash or a piece of crap. Okay, you can say what other word is on there. And honestly, you guys, when you are going through this kind of work, you want to use the languaging as it comes up. This is not the time to be polite. Okay, so I'll go ahead and just say it because I've said it on this channel before. If you have a belief or a need not to feel like a piece of shit, that's what you need to work on. Okay, because words carry a certain kind of weight with you. And if you are trying to numb down the effect of that frequency or that feeling state, okay, or sugarcoat it for yourself, you're not really doing yourself any favors, okay? So you want to make sure that you're getting down to the core root of whatever it is bothering you. So if you're feeling like a piece of shit, or you're feeling worthless, or you're feeling like trash, or you're feeling used, or you're feeling whatever it is, discarded, okay? Use that languaging as it comes up. The third need of the ego, okay, is going to be certainty, which under that can be safety, control, security, wanting to feel comfort, okay, wanting to feel in control, wanting to feel secure, wanting to feel safe, wanting things to be predictable, or feeling like, you know what's around the corner. Okay, feeling okay, feeling all right. What you don't want to feel is you don't want to feel powerless. You don't want to feel clueless. You don't want to feel unsafe or threatened. You don't want to feel in the dark about something. You want to know. Okay, the fourth one is variety. And within this one, there's different feelings as far as like variety goes. But the feeling state that you're thinking of, it's going to be something more along the lines of feeling excited, feeling inspired, feeling free, feeling expanded, okay? Expansion, things feeling fun. Not feeling restricted would be what you're not wanting to feel, okay? Not feeling limited, not feeling confined, not feeling trapped, not feeling stuck, bored. You don't want to feel bored. You don't want to feel dead inside, right? Okay, so basically, you guys, everything that you want, everything, whatever you're working on manifesting, boils down to one or more, could be all even, of those 4 different needs. In fact, I believe it's Tony Robbins. And if you're wondering where these 4 needs of the ego come from, this is actually the psychology of human needs. Okay. And both the Sedona method and, Chloe Madonis, I believe is her name. Chloe Madonis works closely with Tony Robbins, talking about strategic intervention. Okay, that's where those 4 needs of the ego came from. That's where I got them from. Okay, so everything that you do, everything that you want, everything you're working towards boils down to one or all of those 4 needs of the ego. This is why, and this is the thing, your ego is not identified whatsoever with who and what you really are. Your ego is the result of a program, okay? Or your ego is part of your programming, And your ego, you guys, is not inherently bad or good. It's just a program. What makes your ego positive or negative, or should I say supportive versus sabotaging, is what that program has been coded with, all right? An ego, this program, your ego, is there primarily to keep you safe, to keep you alive, okay? Without your ego, you wouldn't know not to jump in front of moving cars. You wouldn't know not to, touch a burning hot stove or, stuff like that. So the ego in and of itself, it has a job. And the job isn't inherently good or bad. It's just how it's been programmed to do its job. Okay. Anyway, so how do we clear out? So let's say that we're going to use an example. Your SP left you to be with somebody else. Okay. So they're involved in a third party. Not only are they involved in a third party, but they left you to go be with this third party. And now you're feeling all kinds of ways. Okay. It's got you feeling, you're spiraling out emotionally. Okay, you're feeling like shit. There is, I know what it's like to be caught in that spiral. It really isn't hardly any words to really fully describe that experience. It's very dark, very heavy. To say that it's uncomfortable is a major understatement, right? So in order to do that, this is where the process of releasing the wants come in, or I should say releasing the needs of the ego come in. Okay, I'm going to link that video in the description box below. You need to watch that video in order to clear out feeling like shit, in order to clear out feeling depressed, in order to feel, clear out feeling gutted inside. Okay, feeling empty inside. You need to watch that video linked in the description box below. Okay? Before you do that, okay, one of the first things that you can do, because when you are lost or trapped inside of that spiral, okay, that emotional turmoil where thoughts are in there too, okay, there's thoughts that are in there. It's just like this wicked storm that's churning and brewing, right? The first thing that you can do, you guys, is to ground yourself, to get yourself centered, because right now you're all up in your head. Now you can feel this energy in your body. It can feel like tightness in your chest. Depending on what's going on, it can feel like tightness in your chest. It can feel like a blow to the gut, like you've been kicked in the stomach. It can be both, okay? But really where you're at is your mind is churning with thoughts. I'm not worthy. I'm a piece of crap. How come he doesn't want me or she doesn't want me? What's so much better about them than me? Your mind is just churning, right? So the first thing you want to do, and see, you're trapped in your head. Okay? That's where anxiety and worry and all this crap comes from. It comes from your thoughts. So what you want to do is you want to get out of your head and ground yourself into your body. Okay, the fastest way to do that, you guys, is to focus on your breathing. Of course, there are other things that you can do that will help you ground yourself into your body. And grounding yourself in your body, you guys, is simply paying attention to your senses, the 5 senses of your body. Okay? Smelling flowers or, freshly baked goods can instantly ground you in your body. Perfumes, stuff like that. Listening, concentrating your hearing on, just what's going on in the environment around you and seeing if you can, pick up on the farther away sounds. Okay? Tasting something, or feeling something with your hands, or just feeling something against, the skin anywhere on your body. Earthing, walking around outside in your bare feet is actually really good for you. Okay, so we got smell, taste, touch, hearing, and then sight. Okay, maybe something like painting or drawing. Or just, looking at something that's really colorful. Anything to really engage the senses of your body. And it's going to be a bonus point, you guys, if you can figure something out that actually employs, all senses of the body, or at least, more than one sense of the body. Okay, but the fastest way, you guys, because when you are tripped inside or trapped inside of that spiral, like I said, you're not thinking clearly. So the fastest thing that you can do that's at your, disposal, or at your, you're able to do it right here and now, is breathe. Focus on your breathing. And you want to make sure that your breathing is coming deep from your diaphragm, which your diaphragm, is not just your belly, you guys. It's actually all around you, okay? So deep breaths from your diaphragm. You don't want to breathe through your chest, because that can actually trigger anxiety. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are starting your breaths. You're filling your lungs from the bottom of the lungs all the way up to the top, and then releasing the breath, in the reverse order. Deep belly breaths. And just focus on your breathing. While you're focusing on your breathing, you can use your ears to listen to your breath as you inhale and exhale out. Maybe you can, get some rocks or some crystals, or, something soft to have in your hands while you're doing this, while you're focusing on your breathing. then while you're doing that, this is automatically, especially with your eyes closed, this is automatically triggering your brain to ease what has been activated, or the fight or flight mode that you're in right now. You're calming down your central nervous system just by this act alone, okay? Now, while you are doing this is when you want to, and you already feel like some of that energy is finally starting to disperse, then you can start releasing the needs. Now remember, you guys, this is going to take some practice. So you may have to take yourself through the releasing the wants or releasing the needs process multiple times, especially in the very beginning, okay? Because for many of you, this is a whole new concept. This is like you're learning a whole different language, okay? So give yourself some grace, have mercy on yourself, and know that there might be a slight learning curve to this for you, and as much as you possibly can, because releasing the wants, the process that we are engaging in, means that you are in a mode of surrender, okay? You are making peace with what is, whatever that may be. And part of that is making peace with what is means that you're not trying to fix it. You're not trying to change it. I should say wanting. You're not wanting to change it, wanting to fix it, wanting it to be something other than what it is right now. You're not wanting to manipulate it. You're just sitting in what is. Okay, again, go check out that video in the description box below if you are currently in a really crappy feeling state. Okay, step 2 is the how to feel good on purpose. So let's say step 1, you've been feeling really crappy. You don't care about feeling good. You just want to feel better than what you do right now. Right? So step 1, cleared away that crappy feeling state. So now you feel better than you did, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes ago, right? Now you're kind of more in a neutralized feeling state. You don't feel like crap anymore, all right? You're not feeling necessarily on top of the world, but, feeling neutral is a heck of a lot better than being embroiled in feelings of, unworthiness, guilt, shame, resentment towards self, or, you know what I mean? Just energies like that. So feeling good on purpose. Okay. And there are a couple of steps to this step 2. So step 2A and step 2B. All right. Step 2A, we're going to do some heart focus. So we're going to shift our focus into the area of our heart. So I'm going to talk to you. I'm just going to tell you what to do. Okay. So shift your focus into the area of your heart. And sometimes, you guys, you might need to, you can use your hand, maybe tap on your heart area a little bit. That kind of helps to focus your awareness, your attention on your heart area. Okay. You can just tap on your heart while you're doing this, or kind of lightly rub on your heart. And begin to breathe a little more slowly than usual. Again, from your belly, deep diaphragm. Do they call it diaphragmic? Deep breaths from your diaphragm, the bottom of your lungs to the top, okay? And you want to imagine this energy, this breath, as if you were inhaling in through your heart and exhaling through your heart, okay? So imagine this breath is coming in and out of your heart. You're breathing through your heart. Just imagine, okay? Now, this step is a powerful technique unto itself, and it can be used when you're feeling overwhelmed by whatever's happening, throughout your day, or you just may simply desire to be more connected with yourself. As you slow your breathing, you are sending a signal to your body in general, and your heart specifically, that you are in a safe space. Okay, it's safe where you are, and it's okay to turn your attention inward. Now, step 2 is you want to activate a positive feeling. You want to conjure up good feelings, okay? Higher, positive, vibrating feelings, okay? So you want to make a sincere and genuine attempt to experience a feeling that's regenerative, such as appreciation or care for someone or something in your life. The key in this step is to first create the feeling to the best of your ability, and then to embrace the feeling as much as possible. So your ability to sustain the feeling is what maintains the optimal conversation between your heart and your brain. Okay, so any thoughts that you can think of, okay, and it doesn't have to be a memory. It can be though, okay? For instance, one of the things that I do when I'm wanting to feel good or conjure up, really feel good, I have a happy place that I go to. And this happy place is in a space that's really expansive. It's outside. I've got my kids with me, and in my happy place, my kids are playing. It's, in this place, there's no threats here. So, I don't have to keep my kids reined in. It's free here in this happy space with my kids and I. And they're just running around free, and, I'm feeling open and spacious, and, I get hugs from them when I need hugs from them. There's just all those needs that I was just talking about are being filled in that moment. But what I am doing is I am focusing on, oh my gosh, I feel so grateful for this love that I'm feeling towards my kids. And I can feel the love coming from my kids back to me. For those of you that don't have kids, maybe think about, you can think about your SP in this moment too. If thinking about your SP doesn't cause you to feel any feelings of anxiety, okay? If it does, think of something or someone that is able to connect you to better feeling states, okay? Even if all that you can really conjure up are just feelings of gratitude, gratitude is actually a very, very potent and influential feeling state. Very potent, okay? So to say that if all you can do is conjure up gratitude, that's really doing the energy of gratitude a huge disservice. It's actually, it's amazing, okay? So even just feeling thankful that you're alive, that you're breathing, that you have a roof over your head, you got money coming in, thankful that you got friends that love you, or kids or pets, or whatever you have to be thankful for. This is a time to count your blessings. You conjure up those feelings. Okay? And like I said, feeling good on purpose, you guys, it requires practice, especially if you have subconscious programming in your emotional, or what should I say, your default feeling state is anything below feeling neutral. We're talking about programming, okay? You're going to have to do this on purpose, multiple times before it starts to feel natural. Just keep with it. It's like you're building muscle memory, okay? And it's so worth it, trust me. Okay, so you're going to, you may have to feel good on quote unquote purpose multiple times. But the cool thing is, you guys, you do build muscle memory, okay? Those are forming neural grooves, or however you want to call it, neural connections, forming new neural connections in your brain, where every single time you do this, it becomes that much more easier to connect to a better feeling state. Every time you go through this entire exercise, you get that much closer to making it a habit, where it's going to start to become automatic. Where as soon as you start to feel that familiar feeling, where you're starting to feel like you're entering into that spiral, your programming will take over, and you'll automatically know instinctively what to do to put yourself into a more, into a better feeling state. Okay. You guys, we're going to end the video here. I know that this helped you. Do me a favor, comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Definitely be sure to hit that like button, you guys. That's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Also be sure to share and subscribe if you feel led to do so. And I will see you guys in the next video.